Welcome to our executive interview series at the UiPath on Tour Public Sector Summit produced by FedScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash, and we're here with Joe Ditchett, Industry Advisor for SAP. Joe, thank you very much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me here today.
I'd like to start with a question about with Agentic Automation's ability to handle more complex end-to-end tasks. What new possibilities does that unlock for federal agencies that really were kind of unattainable previously?
Well, it's a really interesting and great question. The world is certainly not getting simpler, right? We're trying to make it simpler with technology or better processes, but the reality is it's only getting more complex. There are more variables at play. We're trying to do more with less resources, less people. Agentic AI automations allow for greater possibilities, I think, for many of our federal agencies. Department of Defense, the civilian agencies can all benefit from these advances in technology. As they try to do more with less people and less budget authority or less money available, or less resources, they can take on greater challenges in many ways. Think about logistics or supply chain logistics. We learned a lot during the COVID years. We see some changes happening around the world in terms of supply chains. These agentic automations are better able to process this information, make deep calculations, and it's essentially go out and tackle some of these issues for us where a person might no longer be required to do basic operations. So that will free up resources for some more efficient use of their time, take on bigger challenges. So a lot of these agencies are going to benefit from a lot of those capabilities. And it's a chance for them to also tackle a lot of the changing regulatory issues that are coming down the road as well, right? We're in a period of great change here in the US, and we're in a period of great change here for the US government specifically. So we anticipate regulations to be changing fast, changing often, and as these changes get infused into the process and into US code and legislation, these AI agents and agentic bots are able to help humans better, one, understand them, process them, look for risks, and take on new possibilities with regulation.
So. Some great examples, appreciate that. And then next, how do you see the future of agentic automation evolving? And what key trends would you say that agencies really should be paying attention to?
Yeah, it's evolving fast, isn't it? So it's really a hard thing to track for a lot of folks, but the biggest impact I see is really happening to the teams themselves, so your workforce. So with agentic automation, agentic AI capabilities, you're probably going to see more hybrid teams, right? Teams that are comprised of both people and the AI capabilities themselves. And you have to think about how those teams are going to work together. How do you hire for them? How do you train for them? How do they solve each other's problems? So we're not in the business of talking about co-pilots anymore. These are collaborative partners on our teams. And these collaborations can yield many great improvements for a lot of the programs that we're trying to field and problems that we're trying to solve. And in doing so, you're creating a chance for the human technology interactions to evolve in a way that we haven't really seen before in the past. So in theory, we would think that a lot of our agencies are going to have more personalized experience for not just our team members, but then also for the services that they provide to citizens and to the warfighter. We're going to see a lot of personalized capabilities coming from our artificial intelligence capabilities, the agentic AI capabilities that are being fielded. These will allow a lot of our team members, a lot of our warfighters, to take on more decision-making capabilities and responsibilities. So it's common for U.S. government, federal agencies, the Department of Defense, military services to move into a hierarchical construct where decisions float up. With AI capabilities, we have a real opportunity to kind of push decision-making farther out into the field, make it more efficient and more add capability for a lot of our folks that are working out there.
A great illustration. Appreciate that. Well, Joe Ditchett, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us here at the UiPath on Tour Public Sector Summit.
Great. Thank you very much.